Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, my fantastic family and friends? It is your boy, Mr. Dominique, aka the Scorpio King, baby. And I'm right back at you with another episode of Dom's World from right up top. You know the routine. You got your world, I got mine. So let's get right into chopping it up this lovely morning. And what's on the chopping block, I feel, is a good one. Get your coffee ready. Get your bagel, get your donut, get your cereal, your oatmeal, whatever it is you do in the morning, and cop a squat. We about to chop up. Moving on from your past. We about to talk about it, baby. Chop, chop. So today's message is about moving on from your past. I have no notes in hand for this one. I could do notes for this one because this is a good one to even break down into details and having notes about certain subjects. But I want to speak from the heart because I can speak from experience about moving on from your past. So I feel it's best to just speak from the heart on this one. So from one chosen one to another, from one spiritual being to another, from one human being to another, from one believer to another. Let me speak to you from the heart about moving on from your past, brother and sister. About moving on from your past. It's important to move on from your past. Why? Here's why. You are not your past. You are not your past. If for some reason in your mind, your past defines who you are today, then that means you're living in the past and you are not living in present time today. Now, if who you were in your past is the exact same person who you are today, then let me smack you with this one. You have not grown any at all. You have not leveled up, not one bit. If who you are today is the same person you were in your past, rather you liked who you were back then, you have not leveled up, baby boy or baby girl. Because no matter who you were back then, you should be a better version of that person today. Boom goes the dynamite. So listen clearly to me. Move on from your past. And I don't mean shove it in the back of your mind and act like it doesn't exist. No. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is whatever your past is, however hard it may have been, however dark it may have been, however complicated or unfair you feel your past was, you must move on from it because that's not what you're going through today. And most importantly, it should not be what you are going through today. To move on from your past, number one, you must accept your past. Y'all don't hear me? Y'all don't hear me, do you? To move on from your past, to truly move on, to truly be able to live a life today in spite of a rough past, you must first acknowledge that it was a rough past. You must accept that it was a rough past. You must accept that your childhood may not have been the best. You must accept that you may not have been dealt a fair hand. You must accept that you may not have been born into the best family. Whatever it is, family, do you understand? I don't care whatever your past story is. However hard, however dark, does not matter. I'm not saying that what happened to you wasn't wrong. I'm not saying that what you went through was fair. I'm not saying that what you went through and how you had it shouldn't be acknowledged and talked about. But I'm telling you, you must move on from it because it is holding you back from becoming who you should be today. Move on from your past. Leave it behind you. Acknowledge that it wasn't shit. And I freaking hate it, maybe. That may be your story. You may hate your childhood. But it doesn't mean you have to hate your teenage years. Doesn't mean you have to hate your adult life. Especially your adult life. Because at that point, you're in charge of what happens to you. You're responsible for how you live at that point. If you hate your adult life, look yourself in the mirror, because there's nobody to blame but you. Ouch. But it's the truth, and I'm telling you this because I love you. You will never grow. You will never grow if you can't acknowledge where you are right now and that something needs to change. And you are the only person that can change it. Yeah, people can come along and help you along the way, but it's going to take you. 100% you. Somebody can come along and add 10%, 5%, 20%, 50%, 80% of their help to aid you along the way, to move along from your past. But only you can put 100%. You should put 100% into moving on from your past. Because it's your past to move on from and not someone else's. No one is responsible for you moving on from your past. No one else is responsible for you to move on from your past. You and only you are responsible for you moving on from your past. I love you. I'm only here to help you. I'm telling you this because I want to see you do better. And in order to start doing better, you must acknowledge that you've been screwing up. Boom goes the dynamite, family. Make it make sense. When you recognize that you have had a tough past, you had it tough, you had it rough, it wasn't fair. Okay, acknowledge that and accept that. Now, what can I do to move on from that? What can I do to get past what I see was wrong? How can I right those wrongs? And most importantly, how can I learn from my past? Number 2. Number 1, acknowledge what your past was. Whatever it may be, acknowledge it and accept it. Number 2, learn from it. Learn from it. From your past. Your past life is a lesson. Every day is a lesson. There's a lesson in every day. There's a lesson in every situation. There's a lesson in everything we do. So, learn your lesson. And only you can learn it. People can come along and aid you along the way again. They can help you, but only you can learn from your lesson, because it is you who needs to learn from the lesson that's been laid out before you. So number 1, accept your past. Number 2, learn from your past. Learn what to do going forward. Learn what to do. Make a mistake and learn what not to do because of your past. Look at the way you grew up and look at the way your parents raised you, or look at the circumstances you were born in, and make sure you don't put your children in those same situations. Learn from your past. Move on. Number 3. Move on, baby. Move on. Number 1, accept. Number 2, learn. Number 3, move on. Move on. Because the past is just that. It's behind you. Is it true that our past can haunt us? Absolutely. Only if we let it. Your past is a memory in your mind. And in your mind, you control what goes in your mind. You control what stays in your mind. You control what you sit there and simmer on. If something bad happened to you in your past and it pops up in your mind, you can shift your thoughts. You can change your thoughts. You don't have to stay fixed on that thought. Some of you just need something to do in your life. You sitting at home with nothing to do. Go to the gym and work out and occupy your mind. Join some kind of sports team, get a hobby, read some books, start a hobby, start a business. Like, your mind needs to be occupied. An idle mind is the devil's playground. And your past will haunt you when you're sitting there with nothing else to do but to think about it. Take control of your mind. Take control of your thoughts. The devil does not want you to forget your past. The devil does not want you to get over your past. He does not want you to learn from your past, and he does not want you to move on from your past. This is what Satan wants for you. But God wants you to move on from your past because he has something better for you than your past mistakes. And when you learn from your past mistakes, God is ready to move you on to bigger, brighter, and better things. It's exactly what he wants for you. It's exactly what he wants for you. God wants to bless you, but he cannot bless you if you are not ready to receive your blessing. You haven't learned your lesson. You will make the same mistake you made back there. You will make it again because you haven't learned from that mistake. Okay? Make it make sense. Family, move on from your past. That's the end goal, to move on. But in order to do that, you need 2 steps to take right in front of that. Accept your past and then learn from it. And then boom, number 3, move on. If you like what you hear, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for all notifications. Like and share your boy videos. I'm Mr. Dominique, aka the Scorpio King, saying peace, one love, stay blessed, keep your vibrations up. Namaste. I love you, and I'm out.